Good day guys, welcome back. It's me Nate and I'm here today with a BMS video, but instead of flying we'll be looking at how to use the Mission Commander program to edit the campaign and add or remove aircraft or make custom aircraft flyable in the campaign. So as an example here I can show you in my CSN airbase, this is my tornado base. I've got the Italian tornadoes, the German tornadoes, the RAF tornadoes. I've also got a Rafale squadron. The custom aircraft are all flyable. You can make a red flyable aircraft as well. You can have a flyable MiG-23, and they do have flight models. I do want you to know that they are F-16 cockpits, so I could load up the Rafale, for example, here and show you what it looks like. And it looks just like, it looks really awesome actually. It's a cool plane. Actually, this Rafale's been quite fun to fly. It's got a lot of custom weapons that you won't be able to access the F-16s, or carry a lot of phenomenal amount of bombs and stuff. I won't do reviews or anything for these aircraft because they're custom aircraft. You can kind of just play with them yourselves. But how do we actually set up this, create a custom one? So here's what we gotta do first. You can't just make one out of nothing. So what you gotta do is I would boot up a campaign, make a new one, and just load up anything. Doesn't matter what you load up. Load up U2s. Okay, and then let's save it. I'll just call this test and save. Right, and now what you do is you got to get the Mission Commander program, which I will show you in just a moment. So where do you get Mission Commander from? Sorry, is that you get it from weaponsdeliveryplanner.nl, which is up here. I'll probably put the link in the description section, and you guys can go play with that. But once you download this, you can go get it gives you a .rwr or .7-zip, depending on what you've got. Open it up, and it'll give you a whole bunch of files. What I've done is I've made a folder in my BMS folder and called it Mission Commander and dragged everything in there. I'm not sure if you need everything for it to work. I presume it does. But it doesn't actually matter where you put it. But I kept it in my BMS folder to keep it nice and tidy and simple. But it doesn't matter what it is because it's a standalone from BMS. So I've moved mine here to BMS. My folder, put it Mission Commander. And once you've got that, you can click here, or if you've got a saved campaign, you can just click the campaign and it'll open it up itself. But we're going to do it like we've never opened it. So let's go to Mission Commander and open it up. So Mission Commander opens up, and it's blank until you load a campaign. So let's load the test campaign we loaded earlier. Test. Okay, and it'll load everything, and the campaign's now fully loaded. It's got a lot of information about the campaigns and the teams involved. And a lot of little details which you can go check out and play with. I haven't explored them yet, so I have no knowledge of what they all really do, other than looking at it and kind of seeing what the factions and stuff are, the objectives. But as far as adding air units go, you go to the units, and I find it helpful to filter just to look at the squadron, so you're not looking at so much information, and then you can toggle it and arrange it by call sign or aircraft type, or the flag, which is the country it belongs to. And if you want to add a squadron, so let's say we want to add an F-14 squadron or an F-111 squadron. Let's click add squadron, and then it should open a map, which it does. And this is where you can click the base that you want. So if we want to add an aircraft to CSN airbase, we click CSN airbase, and then we can change the aircraft type. So let's just make an F-111C squadron, operate out of CSN. Now, if you have a NATO squadron, which is Gorn, I think the campaign kind of freaks out. I'm not sure why it doesn't work. So I've just made everything on south of the border US or ROK, and everything north of the border DPRK. So if you want to add an F-111C, just make it US. And you can view the 3D model, which is cool. I've never had a look at this before. Which you can see some cool things here, which you previously not be able to see. You can change the squadron patch. Look at the RAF here, and once you click OK, it'll give you a prompt. It'll say F-111C added, and so you go, it's added there. You can change the number here, like I said before, and this isn't permanent. Once you've added it here, you can actually edit the information. So there's the F-111C. Now, I think by default it says every aircraft to general. So the F-111C can't carry air-to-air, or it carries sidewinders for self-defense. So you can change it to air-to-ground mode here, and you can change the control set by HQ. So if you want a squadron that's not set by HQ, that you control only, untick that. You can always change the aircraft type here, and you can always move the airbase or change the squadron patch and do all sorts of stuff. With squadron name, you can do all that here. And actually, here's something cool: is you can see what kind of things it can carry. So there's a whole bunch of things you play here, and it keeps track of the stuff. Once you apply, then it applies whatever changes you've done. And then what you do is you save the campaign. So we'll save the test campaign, and if we load up, so we can close it now. And if we load up BMS, so we're back into BMS. Go to the campaign, go to save, go to test, which is the folder we played with, and let's see if I can see us on. There it is, the F111C. So we can load it up, and there's the F111C. No, cool. So it does work. It's very simple. It's very easy to use. Like I said, the mission command allows you to tinker with a lot of other things. I haven't explored them, so please do so at your own risk. But it could be some cool stuff. You can edit the north side. For example, if you want to make it a strong DPRK where the north has stronger aircraft, you can do that yourself now. You can add what aircraft squadrons the north has. Maybe you can remove all the MiG-15s and replace them with MiG-19s. Just upgrade themselves. But that's entirely up to you. I for one have added modern aircraft to the south side, so I have Rafales, and this is pretty cool. Of course, bear in mind all these will be F-16 cockpits because they're none available. I believe the F-14 has a cockpit, but it's a very low resolution cockpit. The Rafale's got some cool stuff. You can load the TGP up. It's got a lot of air-to-ground options. Very big air-to-ground option actually. You can carry a phenomenal amount of weapons, which the F-16 cannot carry, and also access to weapons you normally would not have, such as 5 JSOWs, and also Exocet missiles, I believe. Oh, I think these are cruise missiles, and it also has Exocet missiles. So the Rafale could be a cool aircraft to play with if you'd like. But yeah, so this opened us up a lot. Just remember, these are all F-16 cockpits, and the flight models aren't perfect, but it does allow you to play a little bit with the campaign. You can edit your ally aircraft. So I've added in all. So I have a folder, a campaign which has everything. So I've added all the aircraft, all the new aircraft, the AV-8B Plus, all that kind of stuff. Alright guys, well that's actually it. So go play around with the Euro campaign and let me know if you have any questions. I think I've answered everything here if I can. It's not very difficult. It's pretty straightforward. But if you guys have any problems, just please let me know. And yeah, alright guys, we'll have fun with your new campaign.